Alright boys, welcome back to the channel. Today on our, we'll be working on, I think I'm gonna call it, I actually named it, we're gonna call it Project Big Bertha, and that's gonna be our 1973 352 V12 power, of course. So the reason I chose Big Bertha, it's not a name that I would have normally chose. I would have called it like USA 1 or something like that to go with the red, white, and blue theme. But turns out the previous owner used to call it Big Bertha. And I think in keeping with the tradition of keeping this truck all original, we're gonna stick with that name. So let me know in the comments if you like that or not. But anyway, clean the shop. Doesn't look like a total shithole in here. Went and got some coolant and distilled water for it, which we're not going to put in yet. It's still running on the regular water, just in case we have any leaks when we fire it up. But I went ahead and got the cab tilted for you boys. I got these. What we're going to do is I got to tighten up the throttle linkage. I have already been spinning it over with the starter. I wanted to fill the oil filters up. Remember, if you remember during the oil change, there's no way to prime those. So I've done that and then added 4 more gallons of oil. So that's good. And what do we have next? We have, I don't believe my oil pressure gauge in the cab works. We will maybe possibly test it today. But that's not really the purpose of today's experiment. But we'll see. What we may end up doing that. You can see I've got 2 gauges hooked up. What we have is fuel pressure off the secondary and oil pressure. And what I did was I left the shutdown flap tripped and left my towel in there, and I crank and crank and crank and crank until I got to see some oil pressure on the gauge. And then we cranked a little bit more. And actually, like, once I opened that, it kind of wanted to fire. So I quick, pulled the shutdown and figured I'd come get you guys. So yeah, I think let's see what that looks like where you guys are. Not great. Let's see if I can get you. We're gonna get you a little further back, like right about there. And let's try that. We'll try firing it up that way. I'm gonna do a little more cranking when the fuel off. Oh yeah, dude, she's gonna run. think it was gonna just spritz like that. Dummy. God, this has got to be the quietest V12 I've ever had. Man, she just purrs, boys. It fired right up. I guess, you know, sometimes it pays to change absolutely everything in the fuel system. Wow, I can't believe the mess I just made. Idiot. So, now we've got the air out of that, so that's good. I don't have to worry about that anymore. You gotta bleed these once you fill them. I don't know if I mentioned that. It's generally a better way to do it than that, but, well, way she goes.
That's the way she goes.
That's the way she goes?
That's right. That's the way she goes. That's what I said.
Golly, it got all over the valve cover even. Gave her a spritz, boys. That's just beautiful. Get her fired up. beautiful oil pressure. It's even got fuel pressure now. nice. The alternator's not charging. I just checked it. It's alright. We don't need that one revolve. Not yet, anyway. Just friggin' idling away, boys. I think she needs a tune-up pretty good, fellas. This one's substantially warmer than the rest on this side. Bleeding a little. To be expected, fellas. Oh, you should smell it. Sounds totally different over here. Yeah. The balance between banks is way off. This side's doing all the work. These are all hot, and the others are all cold. Well, with the exception of that one. So we'll go through and run the rack on this next. Boy, it just purrs though. Rock steady, 25 pounds. About 15 on the kilo, which really ain't too bad. I'm not mad at that. Hang on. Doesn't look like the tack is hooked up. That's not helpful. I can't really see if any of the temp senders are working just yet. Oh, hang on. No wonder it's not charging. Idiot. It is charging, holy shit. I'm a little bit bummed about the lack of air pressure. We got to see if our compressor's even discharging. I got a hunch it's not. Well, I think it is. It's pretty warm. Unless that's just from being in the sun, actually. compressor issue. Maybe not. Nope. Just no resistance to it. Absolute ripper. Just friggin' humming, boys. 20 pounds still. I'm gonna cut it off and go get the fuel temp or infrared temp gun. That other side's definitely doing all the work. All the work on the other side. Be right back. Alright friends, we're back. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Let's do something a little different. Set to run. See if she goes from the key. Some heat in her. So this side injector exhaust manifolds are only like 115 degrees. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take you with me. We're gonna go over the other side and check. Hang on, let me check the radiator real quick, see if there's still coolant in it. We'll let that build pressure. I didn't have the cap tight because I was using atmospheric pressure to test it for leaks. Listen to it, it sounds totally different. Look at this. I don't know if you guys can see. Shit. Give her the old Wayno treatment and give her a tune-up. Might just shut it off and do it now. Boys, I am friggin' pumped. Just listen to it. It's so quiet. How far away are we? oil pressure and fuel pressure are doing fantastic. I might get ballsy here, put the cab down and see if the clutch works. The only thing that scares me about that, boys, is I don't have any brakes. Holding about 15 pounds of oil pressure. Fuel pressure's right at 15, but that some bitch snaps right up to 70. Like, oh man, it's way better than my green peak. But that's because I built the pump on this, so nobody's really surprised by that. What's that? What's that? I'm not really seeing. Oh, look at the battery gauge working. I'm trying to just see if there's any temperature in anything here. I don't really see anything. That one must be water temperature. It don't really look like it's working. Man, it'd be cool if it built air. I guess we got our work cut out for us, huh, fellas? How hot is that discharge line? Not really. Not bad. Consider it's been in the sun. You notice our blow-by like totally went away. I wonder if it had a stuck ring from setting so long. She's just friggin' purring, dude. What a fucking cool truck. We just don't make them like this anymore, fellas. Man, we gotta do something about that tune-up. It's friggin' killing me. That's a pretty big, like, area, and it's sucking, dude. Like, it is pulling friggin' air. Should breathe a little bit. Not bad, though. Tell you what, I thought it'd be worse. Well, that one's warm. Oh, yeah, she gets some heat in her now. Look at the temp and see what it says. Woo, it's hot. It's hot, boys. That was the point. That's what we're trying to do, is get it warm. Man, this one's like stone cold still. Only 130. Oh, 160 there. Sick, dude, it's getting there. I never opened the valve to that because it's friggin' pooched. You can see it's leaking. The bottom of the filter is even rotted out. It's junk. On the water pump. Oh yeah. Oh boys, I wish you could smell it. It smells delicious. I cannot believe how quickly this thing primed fuel. All I did was fill the filters, and I went through and like tightened all my lines because a lot of them I hadn't touched yet from when we assembled it. And let me tell you, it didn't take a whole lot of cranking and it primed like that. I'm real happy about that. throttle return spring. It's broke. So we gotta figure something out there. I'm not even sure where it went on this. Pretty sure I took it off. I think this is it. Right here. Clearly that ain't gonna work. Man, it's just humming. Oil pressure's friggin' perfect. Below 71. Oh yeah, especially with a lube refiner. Oh shit, you know what I didn't do, boys? I never checked to see if the power steering worked. Any bets? No, that shit didn't work. It's probably totally out of fluid though. I knew I couldn't get that lucky. Well, let me, what time is it? Getting late. Next, what we gotta do is, I'll probably still do it in this video. We're gonna run the rack and we're gonna put the cab down and we're gonna see if it has a clutch, if it will release, go into gear, and we'll try and move it. Now I can't move it much, I can only like rock the truck. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to make sure there's good chocks behind it. I don't want it to roll off into the friggin' cabbage here. Because the brakes are all backed off on it, and that wasn't my doing. It was like that when I got it. And I can't really get them any tighter than they are right now. So we're gonna have to totally, obviously go through all that shit, but like not right now. Wow, friggin' pump, boys. And then the next thing we'll do is we'll try to get it to build air. Is gonna be next. That'll be like the next video. We'll start chasing the air system. I'm pretty sure. Holy shit, that's hot. Where did that go? Wow. Almost like it's running. Man, I'm so used to coming over and leaning on the exhaust. Idiot. Bingo. Wonder if it'll build air with a plug. That one too looks like. See that? I'll go get some pipe plugs and we'll put that shit in there. Maybe we can get it to build a little bit of air. Friggin' ripper. Hold tight. Well, boys, we've got the air things plugged up, lines hooked up. Let's see what she does. Still not building any air. And the reason is because, I don't know if you can hear it, there's a busted line in that mess right there. I'll get the camera off that's about all we're gonna do for air leaks today. We'll get the cab down and see if it runs. Well, it's like trying to build air. You can still hear it. Just too much of a leak to actually like make much pressure. And believe me, that ain't gonna be the last one. Alright boys, pretty lucky we do have a clutch. Holy shit, we got a brake light. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that, probably not right now, it's my hands in the way. But all Peterbilts, I don't know if you know, but when the spring brakes are on, your brake lights are on. We got one. Holy shit. What an absolute unit. So, I'll show you what we got inside here. Not a lot. The buzzer is actually for oil pressure, and it does work. And I'm not sure about that. pressure don't work that real well, but if you shut the motor off, oh, don't make a liar out of me. There we go. I was gonna say, it worked a minute ago. Look at that. It just runs so nice, boys. I am totally in love. I cannot wait to drive this thing. Shifter is like a little bit far forward. So what we don't have is a clutch brake, so far as I can tell. I mean, unless it was just a little rusty. You hear it? It does not. I don't know if maybe it's maladjusted or just from setting so long. But so what I gotta do is shut her off. Select a gear here, maybe. Are we right in between? Come on. There we go. And then if we fire it up, look at that thing. He comes over here, I'm gonna fucking blast them, boys. So anyway, feel this. She's trying. It wants to go, man. We got a clutch. I'm gonna fucking whack you. Does that window work yet? Holy shit! It didn't work before. There you go, just for everybody that said it was friggin' air. It's obviously not air, it's goddamn power. Because we don't have any air pressure. We got rid of the B. Sick. Dude! Badass! What else works in here that didn't work before? Man! Oh, I'm friggin' pumped. Does this work? Really don't want to know. Oh, I tried to do something. Nothing works. Oh, that feels really good, actually. Wow. Oh, that one works nice, man. Sick. Let's see if the lights are on. Man, this truck just, it's happier running. Like it doesn't like it when it's not running. More shit works when it's running. Got no lights. We got a couple clearance lights, so about the same amount of shit works. It's cool it's got a clutch though, boys. That's friggin' primo. So, thanks for coming with me on this ride here. Journey to get this thing back to its former glory. We've still got a real long way to go. But now she's back to being a runner, and we're real close to making her drive again. I'm gonna start digging, and we're gonna start doing airlines. I'm just gonna start ripping airlines off the tanks, and we're gonna start right from square one and just go. And then once that's done, then we'll go and worry about the brakes and see what we got to do there to get them adjusted. But I got to be able to get them to release before I can adjust them. And like realistically, it's going to need brakes anyway, so nobody cares. But just saying, that's the plan. Yeah, I still got no air pressure. The oil pressure still shows though. I think the gauge is just a little. But it's trying to work. Oh shit. Why is that? That must have had enough air pressure to come on. Which is weird. Not enough air pressure to do anything else. That's wild though. Cool, it works. Water alarm works. I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to buzz. I would imagine it is supposed to buzz and it doesn't buzz, but. Sorry about that. Friggin' camera died because I was busy yabbering. Anyway. Like I said, thanks for watching. Be a bunch more of this thing. We still got a long way to go, and the goal is to have it running and driving enough to A, get on a trailer, and B, be able to get inside for the winter. So stay tuned. At least now she's a runner. Simple as putting batteries in it and pushing a button. And I don't gotta worry. It's got oil pressure, it's got good temperature in it. No issues. Wow, it's nice and warm. Oh wow, that's like 170, boys. She's friggin' warm. Curious what temperature it is. $150. Oh, please don't fucking burn me. A little bit of pressure, that's good. It's only like 160. That's warm enough to burn you. Friggin' water heater's only 140. Yeah, thanks for watching. That's the first temperature she's had in her in friggin' 20 years. At least, probably 40 years. 84. Oh boy, I can't wait to drive it. See you soon.